Hello everyone, this is Octavia. Welcome to my IOI 41 presentation. Before showing my weekly exercise, I will discuss some of my views on the IOI Studio and what I hope to do in IOI Studio. First of all, IOI Studio is a place for me to reflect animation at this stage and explore more possibilities with innovative thinking. There, my main learning method is to prove the theory with weekly class exercises and constantly modify my rudimentary animations. In other studios, we are asked to advance the animation or game according to the timeline. We rarely have time to go back and repeatedly modify some clips, and our studio just provides such an opportunity. At this time, I see the various possibilities of the movement of animation characters. Play of motion is also one of the important purposes I want to pursue in the studio. As mentioned above, it allows us to look back on the animations we have complete and think about whether we can create other animation methods for them and open up more possibilities. A music video that really inspired me is called Heart from Tubu. The video used a lot of exaggerated drawing to show the motion. What's interesting is that the animation used a first point of view and doesn't require a lot of perspective and lines, but rather highly saturated colors and effects to show the change of mood. In the theme of the first week illusion, I thought about some ways to express fantastic vision feelings in the animation. High saturated color magic can awake the audience brains and make them brush out with imagination. I choose pink and blue as my main color and change the thickness of the outline of the character. Add a mask to the character layer. When the character moves, the color of the line draft can be constantly changing. This reminds me of the animation of my Studio 3. The theme of the animation is the fantasy adventure of the protagonist falling into the canvas. The experiment in class provided my creativity for this animation, so I decided to start optimizing and iterating the animation of my Studio 3 in the IOI Studio. The theme of this second week is looping. My group members and I draw each complete looping animation and put them in one canvas. The looping animation I made is a cat jumping from one side of the canvas to the other, which gave me some inspiration. Therefore, I drew a draft of the fragment of the Studio 3 animation this week, which is an animation of a bird flying from one side to the other, and some iterations were made. In order to better explore the flying patterns of the birds, I also looked for some real shots for references. For week 3 timing, space, and rhythm, I choose the word joyous and surprise as my theme. I choose color yellow and purple so that the strong saturation color can effectively reflect the mood of joyous. In addition, I think that this contrasting color can also attract the audience eyes, give them a visual impact, with the explosion animation of the small ball, which can be a very good explanation of the meaning of the word surprised. The movement trajectory of this ball is the exercise I made for the bird animation. After this class, I modified some timing questions and made the bird fly more smoothly and show more emotions. In the fourth week, I recorded an audio of a road maintenance in a campus nearby. When I listened to this audio repeatedly, I found that I could assign different but similar behaviors to this audio, so I made a little 4-second animation of a passing car representing the noise, and add a sketch animation for the noise behind. At the end of the animation in my Studio 3, there is a clip with quiet music to show the feelings of the protagonist. I tried to make two different versions of the character with the audio special effects in the After Effects. The purpose is to show a variety of different emotions integrated into the protagonist and make her realize that this is all that makes up her. For week 5 theme, I choose item A, computer, and item B, my handbag. I try to convert them to each other in A way to B, then to A, and give each transition a different way of change. I like the animation at the last the most because it not only shows a transition way, but it also shows the use of the handbag in this transition. Regarding the after class exercise, I create an animation of ink squeezing and finally form the silhouette of a character. I want to show the sense of the fluidity and viscosity of the liquid. At last, starting from the 6th week, I plan to study the weekly topics more deeply and associate them with my other projects as much as possible after class. I think they can help me consolidate and apply the knowledge I have learned in the ROI studio. Regarding the final project of Folio 2, I may choose to make an animation and combine the weekly theme into it as a result of my achievement in ROI Studio, or I plan to combine the iterative clips in the Studio 3 to form a new animation.